Another common situation described by targeted parents is called threat. Here, both parents are affected by the behaviors of each other, but one parent has more control over the outcomes and how they were divided up. This person could either act in ways that benefit both of them or only benefit themselves. In this case, a parent may be given temporary or permanent primary custody of the children, and the other parent is largely dependent on them to have a good relationship. This parent can either promote it and have a healthy relationship, or they can act selfishly and promote the allegiance of the child to them. In that case, the targeted parent has only two choices. One, they can watch the relationship with their children slowly deteriorate. Or they can threaten or challenge the powerful parent to act in the child's best interest to have a relationship with them. The threat will usually take the form of court action in order to get greater access to the child. Again, this parent has very little power. They cannot reciprocate the alienating behaviors that effectively, even if they wanted to. A third common situation described by parents is called chicken. This is named after the deadly game of two cars driving on a collision course towards each other. In this case, one parent will challenge the other, and the other parent has two choices. They can take the safe choice and swerve out of the way, in which will ensure their safety, but there are negative consequences, like being called a chicken or a coward. The other, more risky choice is to rise to the challenge. If the other parent swerves away, they win, and they're the victor. If they both continue straight, they face mutual destruction. This strategy is often used by alienating parents to gain control of the relationship and with the children, such as to get a custody advantage. They'll make false accusations of abuse. They'll provoke the other parent at parenting time exchanges. They'll take many actions against the targeted parent, and the targeted parent has to defend themselves. If they walk away, they risk losing everything, and the child is told that they were abandoned. If they defend themselves, that can also end badly, because third parties, observers, will think that they are just as responsible for the conflict. But to assume that the targeted parent is responsible for chicken is false. The alienating parent is trying to obtain control and to create a dynamic where they will have all of it. Now, I don't have time to cover the other situations that we've heard described by parents, but I can tell you that they are all imbalanced. Therefore, there's considerable support for the argument that this intimate partner violence is more like intimate terrorism than situational couple violence. Now, when parents are in distress, we use this term, you've seen this, other speakers mention this, child affected by parental relationship distress. It's a term in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual published by the American Psychiatric Association. And it characterizes how distress affects children. And there are 4 general situations described by Bill Burnett and colleagues, 2 of which are loyalty conflicts and parental alienation. Loyalty conflicts refer to when a child tries to have positive feelings for both parents, even though both parents are very hostile and angry towards each other. The child has divided loyalties. They're triangulated. They feel stuck in the middle and pulled in all directions. Loyalty conflicts commonly occur in divorced families, but they reflect a situational couple violence. These parents often can co-parent okay. They just have conflicts every now and then. They do bad things that aren't great for the child, but this is not parental alienation. These families have more equal power, and they will sometimes put their own needs aside for the sake of their child. In comparison, parental alienation refers to the child's rejection or refusal to have a relationship with a parental figure for no justifiable reason. There's unequal power between the parents, with one having more power due to having the loyalty of the child, or they've been given primary custody. In this way, it's more like intimate terrorism.